This video is going to explain how to navigate the Spike app, and you can download that app using the instructions that are on the website.
Also, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel to see more videos like this.
To create a new project, you just press the plus button, and you'll have two options, WordBlocks or Python. And in all of the tutorials here, we'll be using WordBlocks, so make sure you have this option selected, and then you enter a project name. So I'm just going to write test, and then you press the create button, and then you end up with this screen here. And on the left, you have a bunch of tabs that have each category of block, and you can scroll through this panel here to access them as well. And this block here, when program starts, is where you're going to add all of your code. So you can drag blocks in and drop them here, and then you can just stack a bunch of blocks down from here, as long as it's attached to a block that looks like this. It's yellow and it's in the events tab here. So you can bring out another one if you want to create multiple things that happen when the program starts. And if you want to delete a block, you simply just drag it out and put it back. Or if you want to delete multiple blocks, you can just select the topmost block and move it in as well. I'm not going to explain. So the motors tab so to connect your Spike Prime to the app here, you just press the connect button, and you have two options. You can either connect it with the cable that's provided and follow these instructions, or you can also connect it via Bluetooth, and these instructions are also available here. I'm connecting my hub with Bluetooth, and the first change you'll see is you'll see a green flashing dot here as opposed to a red dot that was there previously, and you'll also see some information about any of the motors that are attached. And if you click on this hub over here, it shows you details about what's connected. So currently I have 3 motors connected in the C, E, and D ports, and it also gives me information about if the robot's tilted, and the gyro and acceleration. In the Manage Programs tab, you're able to see what programs you have. I currently haven't put anything in, so you're not going to see anything. And lastly, in data, you'll see variables that are being stored. And if you want to disconnect, you just click on the disconnect button here, and it'll disconnect the hub. So in this first section here, there are blocks that control the motors, which will allow the motors to start moving forward, backwards, run for like a set amount of time, as well as setting the speed. In the movement block, it's very similar to the motors block in that it controls the motors, but it controls multiple motors. So you can have like 2 motors move at the same time, as opposed to the motors block, which will only let you move 1 motor at a time. And this movement area also allows you to control the angle that it's going at and whether it's turning or not. The light group allows you to change the lights on the robot, so that's primarily on the top of the hub. And then the sound group of blocks allows you to start playing sounds, change the volume of sounds, and set the sounds. Events is pretty important if you're using sensors or using variables, and they basically allow you to control when certain code is executed. For now, we're going to begin by using this one here when program starts, but as we go on, we'll look at more of these. Control allows you to repeat certain code as well as wait and pause the robot. And many of these are based on variables, but some of them, like wait for seconds, is based on time. And sensors just provides a way to access the values of the sensors. They don't actually do anything. They just access the values of the sensors. So here, for example, I can access the color, or I can access the touch sensor with this, or the ultrasonic sensor with this. And I can also monitor angle with these sets of blocks. Operators allow you to compare the values that you have. And this is, again, primarily used with variables, and they don't actually directly affect how the robot is moving. And variables and myblocks are both ways to store custom data for you. So if you want to run a program, what you do is you press this yellow play button, and if you want to stop it, you can press the stop button. So that's just a quick introduction to how the app works.